Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. This is biology session. You are watching animal behavior. So, we have successfully completed the lesson. So, in today's class, let us discuss some of the questions which are repeated from this lesson in the previous contests. Before going to start the assessment, let us have a brief review on this animal behavior. So, what do you mean by animal behavior, children? The animal behavior is a scientific study of the wild and wonderful ways in which animals interact with each other, with other living beings and with the environment, isn't it? So, it explores, it helps us to know how animals relate to their physical environment as well as to other organisms, and includes several topics like how animals defend and find the resources, avoid predators, choose the mates, how they reproduce and care for their young one, etc. So, this the subject which deals with the study of this animal behavior is ethology. Ethology is the branch of science which deals with the study of animal behavior. Okay, the study of animal behavior begins with understanding how an animal's physiology and anatomy are integrated with its behavior. Okay, both external and internal stimuli prompt behaviors, external information or weather and internal information. The scientists are drawn to the study of animal behavior for varied reasons, and the field is extremely broad, ranging from the research on finding behavior and habitat selection to mating behavior and the social organization. There are different types of animal behaviors we have studied in the lesson. What are they? Instinct, imprinting, conditioning, imitation, isn't it? So, instinct, for example, a bird making its nest, it will not learn, it is automatically by birth they know. Okay, a spider building the web, it come under the instinct. Imprinting, for example, a hen, okay, a ducklings, they follow the first object as soon as they hatch and come out from the egg. So, for example, a hen having the chicks of duck following the hen, because by birth that is the imprinting, means they recognize their mother because of a behavior type called imprinting. The ducklings will follow the first moving object they meet after hatching. So, they become socially attached to this object and treat it as it's their mother. Okay? Imprinting lets the young animals recognize their mother from a young age. Okay, they can follow her food and protection. Okay, this imprinting is useful if the first moving object they see really it's their mother, isn't it? So many scientists worked on this. Okay, conditioning is a type of behavior involving a response to a stimulus that is we can say the different from the natural one. It is a type of learned behavior. Conditioning is a type of learned behavior. Who is that scientist who worked on this conditioning? Ivan Pavlov. Okay, Ivan Pavlov, a Russian scientist who has investigated the conditioning. He discovered that the dogs produced extra saliva when they were offered food. This is a natural response to a stimulus. The food makes the dog mouth water. The saliva produced is needed to start digesting the food and to make swallowing the food easier, isn't it? So, what Pavlov has done, Pavlov conducted the experiment taking the dog as an example, and he used to ring the bell before giving the food. So, as soon as after several repetitions, what happened? As soon as he rang the bell, the dog imagines that going to get the food and secretes the same amount of saliva which when it saw the food. Okay, that is called the conditioning. Okay. So many researches has been done. Even the imitation is a type of behavior where one animal copies another animal. Okay, humans often imitate each other, often without realizing it. When the people talk to each other, they may stand or sit in a similar way and copy each other's movements, isn't it? Scientists think that this happens so that the speakers feel more at ease with the others. Instinct is another behavior. The humans have the instincts, but it is possible for us to overcome the natural urges to follow certain behavior. For example, hungry persons might want to start eating immediately when they sit down at the dining table, but they have learned that good manners mean they should wait until everyone is seated and ready to eat. So that is the imitation. Conditioning. So these different types, even the scientists to know the behavior of these animals, a method called tagging. You have studied about the bird migration in the biodiversity chapter, biodiversity and conservation in 8th class. So like the birds show, some others animals also migrate over large distances to find the food or nesting sites. The animals can be tagged by attaching tracking devices to them. The tagging lets the scientists follow the journeys and that the animals make the journey, isn't it? So the behaviors: nesting of birds, wasp making its nest, beaver carrying the logs, and scrub jay bird its behavior. Okay, the squirrels, how they behave, the parrots, African grey parrot talking, okay, dolphins playing, the most intelligent animals, isn't it? So animals show the different types of behaviors. Animal behavior is the scientific study of the ways in which the animals interact with each other, with the other living beings, and with the environment. The finding of the resources and defending them, avoiding the predators, choosing mates, reproduction, and taking care of their young ones, etc., are the examples of some animal behavior. The scientists categorized the animal behavior into different categories like instinct, imprinting, conditioning, imitation. The human behavior is more complex because we can control our behavior and aware of ourselves. The animal behavior can be investigated in controlled conditions as well as in the field. Okay, so let us go for the assessment. The questions which are repeated in the NEET and OLYMPIAD level previous contest questions. The question number 1: spinning of web by a spider is an dash behavior. Okay, instinct, imitation, intimation, conditioning. It is an instinct behavior. Okay, nobody learned by birth, it has got that ability to spin the web. Dash animal behavior helps the young animal to recognize their mother from young one. Imitation, conditioning, imprinting, instinct. It is a imprinting. As soon as they see the object, they follow. Conditioning is a dash behavior: teaching, learned, compulsory, imitation. Conditioning is a learned behavior. Even Pavlov conducted the experiment on dog. Dash is a type of behavior where one animal copies another animal. Imitation, conditioning, imprinting, observation. Imitation. Okay, the behavior in which animal copies another animal, it is imitation. The migration in birds is a dash behavior: conditioning, reflex, imitation, instinct. It is an instinct behavior, migration. Scientific study about the animal behavior is called ecology, ethology, phycology, ethnobotany. It is ethology. In Pavlov's experiment, a dog salivates on hearing a bell. Here, salivation is a natural stimulus, conditioned stimulus, natural response, conditioned response. Salivation is a conditioned response. The animal gets habituated, adopted. Which scientist received the Nobel Prize for his work on conditioning behavior in animals? Konrad Lorenz, Ivan Pavlov, Carl von Frisch, Nicholas Tinbergen. Ivan Pavlov received the Nobel Prize working on conditioned reflexes experiment. The example for animal intelligence: spider weaving nest, birds feeding young ones, squirrels hiding food, puppies playing. Animal intelligence example: it is the squirrels hiding the food. Ivan Pavlov belongs to the country America, Australia, South America, Russia. He is a Russian scientist, isn't it? Searching and communicating nature of ants is because of hormones, pheromones, enzymes? None. Pheromones. Pheromones are the chemical substances released by the insects like ants. Reflexes are this type of behavior: imitation, instinct, conditioning, imprinting. Reflexes are which type? Instinct. Okay, when we touch a hot object, we remove our hand, it is an instinct, reflex. Okay. Ducklings recognizes their mother. It is an example of which type of behavior? Imprinting, conditioning, imitation. None of these. Imitation. In the story Monkey and Hat Merchant, the merchant got his hats back from the monkeys with a behavior called imitation, instinct, conditioning, imprinting. It is also imitation. Mosquitoes and cockroaches come out of their places only when it is dark. They know the difference between light and dark with the behavior of imprinting, imitation, instinct, conditioning. It is an instinct. Bats and owls move in search of food only during night. They know the difference between day and night with which type of behavior? Instinct, imprinting, conditioning, imitation. Here, instinct. The puppies and kitten fight with each other when they see a rag. They try to tear it off. This behavior is known as imitation, instinct, conditioning, imprinting. It is imitation. A mammal beaver lives in Australia, New Zealand, North America, Africa. Where? North America. Alex is an American red parrot, an Asian green parrot, an African grey parrot, and an European blue parrot. Alex, an African grey parrot. What type of behavior do we see when electric fences stop grazing animals? When electrical fences stop grazing animals, what type of behavior? Instinct, imitation, conditioning, imprinting. It is a conditioning. So here the question is lengthy. So these are question 21 and 22. We have to the information you have to read here. There are several types of behaviors in humans and animals which are investigated by researchers. They are instinct, imprinting, conditioning, imitation, etc. Ivan Pavlov conducted the experiments on dog and proposed a conditioning theory. So use this above information for the questions, for answering the questions 21 and 22. So, here the question, select the incorrect sentence about conditioning. It involves a response to a stimulus. It is not a type of learned behavior. It was discovered by Ivan Pavlov. Pavlov used the dog in his experiment. So, we have to select incorrect sentence about the conditioning. So, which are the incorrect? It involves a response to a stimulus, okay, correct. It has not a type of learned behavior, so it is a type of learned behavior, okay. It was discovered by Ivan Pavlov, correct, and Pavlov used the dog in his experiment, this is also correct. So, we have to select the incorrect sentence, that is B, only B. Choose the correct answer about the imitation in the following. Imitation where one animal copies another animal. The humans are the only animals that copy each other. You have to select the correct answer. A is false, B is true, both A and B are false, both A and B are true, both A is true, but B is false. Which one, children? Yes, A is true, but B is false. Now, the assertion reason type. Assertion, human behavior is affected by many variables. Reason, it can be very easy to study in the laboratory. So, we have to select the right option. A is assertion, human behavior is affected by many variables, okay. A is true. It can be very easy to study in the laboratory, this is wrong. So, here A is true, but R is false, okay. Find the correct or incorrect statements about the animal behavior. Our pet dog barks only on strangers. Cockroaches come out of their places only when it is dark, okay. The birds collect soft and strong materials for nesting. Ants usually go in a line to reach sugar captain tin. So, here you have to select the incorrect statements, children. So, here seems to be all are correct only. This is true. Cockroaches come out on to dark places only during night, okay. The birds collect the soft and strong materials for nesting. Ants usually go in a line, yes, because pheromones. So, all are correct. Next, which of the given list that ducklings will follow after hatching? First non-moving object seen by them, first moving object seen by them. Which one, children? Here first moving object seen by them, okay. So, 2 is right, but 1 is wrong. Do you agree spinning of web by a spider is an instinctual behavior? Yeah. Which of the following sentences are correct in this regard? These behaviors need not be learned. Yes. If our hand touches any hot object, it automatically moves away. Yes. Ducklings follow hen is an instinct behavior. Come on. Here what you have to do? You have to select the correct sentence. Okay. Here the first one is right, second one is right, okay, but the third one is not completely right, okay. Choose the false statement. You have to select the wrong statement. Konrad Lorenz studied on imprinting. Ivan Pavlov studied on conditioning. Evering Pepperberg trained on a parrot named Alex. Herman studied on dogs. You have to choose the false statement. Here the Herman studied on dogs is the wrong statement, remaining all correct. First sentence was laid eggs on the food material. Second sentence, the material is used as a food for larvae of wasps in these statements. Which one is correct? Okay. The statement 2 is explanation for the statement 1. Both are correct. Okay. You want to test the behavior of a cockroach. You want to test the behavior of a cockroaches. You prepare choice box as shown below, as shown in the picture in this experiment. Okay. In this experiment, cockroaches choose which chamber? So, here 4 chambers are there, no? So, light and dry here, dark and dry this is, light and damp in the another 3rd chamber, dark and damp the 4th chamber. So, this half, upper half is kept dry when with calcium chloride, okay, with calcium chloride. The down half is kept damp with moist cotton wool. Okay. So, here cockroach prefer which conditions? Dark and damp, dark and damp, isn't it? Next, which animal is taken to observe animal behavior? Cockroach, rabbit, turtle, mosquito. Which animal? Cockroach. Okay, already experiment is given now in the textbook. You might have observed a farmer who is ploughing the soil with bulls. The bulls follow the instructions of farmer. What type of behavior is it? Imitation, instinct, imprint, conditioning. Which type of behavior it is? It is conditioning. If they listen, then only the farmer offer food for them. Okay. Ethology is the combination of neuroanatomy, ecology and evolution, physiology, economics, histology, zoology, botany, chemistry, ecology, histology, evolution. Ethology, it is a combination of which subjects? It is a combination of neuroanatomy, ecology and evolution. Next question, where do you collect the information on conditional learning? Schools, offices, industry. A or B or C? Which one? Anywhere you can. Okay. Animal behavior can be investigated under controlled conditions as well as in the field, the air, the bone, the cage. Where? In the field. The below figure represents the Pavlov experiment. Okay, dog, bell, everything. So, what kind of experiment he has conducted? Instinct, imprinting, conditioning, imitation. It is a conditioning experiment. The organism in the picture is, so what is this organism? Bombardier beetle, Tasmanian devil, African bug, none of these. Which one? It is a Bombardier beetle. Lakshmi wants to know about the behavior of animals shown in the below picture. Hen, chicks. Suggest some questions to her that she can use to ask an expert. What is animal behavior? What type of behavior does the animal shown there? Why do the ducklings follow the hen? What are the uses of imprinting? Is imitation a learned behavior? So, from these 5 questions, which questions are suitable for her to gain the knowledge regarding the behavior, animal behavior, that is the chick's behavior? Okay, here what is animal behavior? This is the right question. What type of behavior does the animal shown here? That is also right question. Why do the ducklings follow the hen? It's also right question. What are the uses of imprinting? It's also right question. Is imitation a learned behavior? Okay, this is not the question related to the situation. Okay, so A, B, C and D are correct. The match the following. Here the sparrow or a bird making nest, and a gorilla or a chimpanzee thinking, and here the chicks and hen following. The experiment is given. So, you have to choose, you have to match. Okay. So, you have to match the figure with the type of behavior. Okay. So, here here this is instinct, this is imitation, this is imprinting, and this is conditioning. Okay. So, 1C, 2D, 3B, 4A. Okay, that is D option. Bindu reared rabbits since they hatched. They became dash on her. So, what type of behavior it is? Imitation, imprinted, conditioning, instinct. It is imprinted. Okay. Dash misguide others by covering the holes containing food with heap leaves, straws, etc. Scrub jay bird, beaver bird, squirrel, wasp. Which animal behavior it is? It is the squirrel behavior. It will hide the food. And rabbit also. The worst smelling animal in kingdom is Bombardier beetle, Tasmanian devil, African grey parrot, dolphin. Which one? It is a Tasmanian devil, worst smell. Which of the following are the actions of conditioning? When bell rings in the morning, students gather for assembly. The stimulus food makes the dog's mouth water. If we touch hot object, we move away our hand automatically. Okay, from these you have to select the actions of conditioning. Okay, children, come on, choose. Here, when bell rings morning, students gather for assembly. Stimulus food makes the dog to salivate. Okay, so 1 and 2. Bombardier beetle emits spray with foul smell. It helps to attract the female beetle, to catch the prey, to get the food easily, to protect from predators. Which one? to protect from the predators. Will you consider the spinning of web by spider an instinctual behavior? Find the correct sentence in the following. The behavior that need not be learned. The reflexes are also a type of instinct behavior. Young ones follow of their mother is instinct behavior. So, which one is suitable sentence here? Here the reflexes are also a type of instinct behavior. This is only the right one. Okay. A child caught a firing coal and his hand burnt. He again never touches that type of coal. This type of behavior is known as imitation, imprint, instinct, conditioning. It is a conditioning learned by experience. Okay. By watching a TV advertisement, Purna bought a face cream. The behavior which she responded is instinct, conditioning, imitation, imprint. It is a conditioning. Okay. What do you understand by observing the choice box experiment conducted by your teacher? Behavior of cockroaches, selection of their pair in cockroaches, food habits of cockroaches, none of the above. It is behavior of cockroaches. Okay, children, hope you followed. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.